Okay, what is going on, Aries? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. Once again, this is going to be a general reading for you. We're hopping into your cards right now to see what clarity we can get for you moving into the month of October. Now, this has definitely been a delayed reading for you guys, so sorry for the delay. I'm trying to catch up to everybody this week before we go into the mid-month reading, so thank you guys for working with me on that. All right, so let's shuffle for you really quick, and then after that we can go into the message for my Aries sun sign. This can always also connect with you if you are Aries moon or rising. Let's see what wants to come out for you guys. Six of Pentacles is coming out first. So Aries, for some of you guys, you could be in a place where you're wanting to manifest some sort of like equal give and take, possibly from the universe. It's like you're putting in something, you're sowing some sort of seed, you're putting something into motion because you're thinking about the effect that it's going to have. So you guys are definitely in this type of energy of cause and effect. For the month of October, it's almost like you may be either in the phase where you're seeing the effect of something that you put into motion happen to you now, or you could be still in the phase where you're setting something into motion with, hopes of seeing the effects of it at a later time. All right, so this is a mirroring effect that's really happening. It coincides with all those universal laws, of causality, and as above, so below, as within, so without. The macrocosm affecting the microcosm, right? When we're talking about Six of Pentacle energy, those pinnacles above the ground affect the pinnacles below the ground, and vice versa. So you're really I feel in tune with this law, Aries, in the month of October. It's like you're starting to recognize, let's say, the signals that you're putting out to the universe, or the thoughts or the actions or the perception, the way that you view the universe or view your reality, and how much that affects what you attract into your world, what comes back to you. Whatever you send out, it goes back no matter what. So you guys are definitely seeing something happen with this law for you. It's like it's a force of nature is what I'm really picking up. It's like you're in tune with this, and for some of you Aries, I'm definitely feeling like this is something that you're wanting to use almost like a weapon. It's like, because really when you get into it, there are so many layers of the law of attraction and manifestation. Whenever we talk about that, like, so many people have heard so many people talk about manifestation and the law of attraction, and it's so much to talk about. Like, people can make videos about this stuff for days and days and days because there are so many layers. Even though it's something that's pretty simple, there's also a certain complexity in it at the same time. So it's like you get more and more epiphanies as time goes by about these laws, these universal laws that we're all trying to use in order to be at one with ourselves or be in balance, right? Mayat. So this Six of Pentacle energy really is something that you guys are kind of like focusing on a soul level. It's almost like your soul is putting this signal out and wanting to get a response back from the universe. All right, some of you guys are definitely doing it on a conscious level too, with the Six of Pentacles, because that's a very earthy type of energy. Let's see what else we have for you, Aries. Seven of Swords is also coming out, so this definitely could be speaking to some hidden energy that could be around you. There could be some things that the universe are almost trying to hide from you to protect you, possibly, Aries. So you could be in a place where you feel that there are things happening outside of this building, outside of your field of view or your field of perception. You feel intuitively that the dots are all connecting. synchronicities are happening behind the scenes, right? You have this helping hand that is in the midst of you kind of like bringing things together. And this is like your spiritual team, or your higher self, or God, or whatever you want to kind of explain it as. But I do feel like because these things are kind of being woven together behind the scenes for you, you can't really know all the details and the specifics about what's being done. So there may be this feeling in the month of October where you feel that something is kind of happening, but you don't know exactly what it is. You can't pinpoint it. You can't put your finger on it. You can't touch it. It may not even be tangible yet, but it is something happening and you sense it. You see how this face that's inside of this house has, their eyes closed. It's almost like something that you intuitively are just picking up, this signal that's coming into you. You're connected with this consciousness that could be coming from higher vibrations or different dimensions, but something here could be signaling to you that there are things happening, right? There are things outside of the realm of your control that are happening, that are coming together, that, are being worked out for you. So if you feel like you're in the dark a little bit, that's okay. It's like, because even though this whole card here is kind of a darker card, it has this level of clarity, this illumination that's really coming into it at the same time. This channel that's being opened up. So for some of you guys, it's like you're really connecting to this channel, and this channel is bringing you information, but it's also bringing you the, info that there are other things that are happening that you really don't need to know about. It's like it's above your pay grade, So you're co-creating something, but the other side of that right? The co-owner, the co-author, um, is doing their thing at the same time, right? So all you need to do is do your side of it, right? The microcosm, and let the macrocosm kind of handle whatever it needs to handle. All right, so Eight of Cups energy comes out after that, and for some of you guys, this could be representing a way of being that you're starting to walk away from, this journey that you could be beginning, um, where you're kind of outgrowing a phase of your life or world that just doesn't really work for you anymore. And so with the Eight of Cups, you could find yourself kind of um, embarking on this path towards this new space. This place where it kind of will fit what it is that you have grown into and what it is you have transformed into. So for some of you guys, I feel like you're really leaving some of these comfort zones that no longer serve you. These comfort zones that you have grew accustomed to in the past, but at this point in your life, it's like it's no need for this, right? It's like I really shouldn't be here. I shouldn't. There's no connection. There's no energetic connection with some of these ways of being, or things that maybe you have attached to in the past. So with the Eight of Cups, I do feel like this is something that you're departing away from. You're kind of like, you know, putting it on the back burner. You're looking at it with your rear view mirror, like, okay, that's the end of that. That, right? Turning your back on something here with the Eight of Cups, because I really feel it's because of something you kind of have outgrown, Aries. It's like, this is definitely not the Nine of Cups or the Ten of Cups. So there's definitely no more emotional fulfillment here. Something here has kind of turned dry, right? And it's like it's no more fulfillment. So I have to keep it moving in some sort of way. So a lot of you guys are keeping it moving. Um, it's like that there's something coming around the corner. You don't know possibly exactly what it is, but you can sense that there is this new beginning coming in. And for a lot of you guys, this is a new beginning that you've definitely been waiting on for a while. Seven of Pentacles comes out with the Queen of Swords. So this Queen of Swords energy, which is an aspect of you, Aries, is something that you have been focused on for maybe a while, but also had the need to be patient and wait because things were moving kind of slowly, you know? And so for some of you guys that have been kind of planting those seeds and putting things into motion and, you know, kind of like co-creating with the universe, you've been waiting for the feedback, for the response, for whatever it is that you threw out here, that you put into motion. And so I feel in October, there's still a little bit of that energy that's happening because we talked about that Seven of Swords energy where there are things happening behind the scenes, you know. Um, so I do feel like there still is a need for a little patience coming into October. You still feel that things are kind of inching along slowly. You're getting closer and closer to this new space that you've been thinking about a lot, planning for, strategizing for, but at the same time, you haven't really got there yet. Seven of Pentacle energy. So, um, almost there, but it's still a work in progress, like it always is, right? We never really arrive anywhere. There really never is a destination. Now, there are um there are new awakenings and kind of like perception shifts and paradigm shifts that I feel like we experience, but the destination that sometimes we kind of think of in our head about getting to this one point in life, and once I get there, then we never really arrive there. We kind of we use that more so as a motivation to continue to move forward on the path, but the path changes so many times, right? It's like you think the path is kind of like one straight linear road towards this, A to Z or A to B, but it kind of shifts and it curls and it twirls and it goes down and it goes up, and it's like you just continue to move on the journey and the journey never ends. So that's kind of what I'm picking up for some of you guys. It's like you're starting to recognize that and become one with the path, the journey, as opposed to um being focused on the outcome and the destination. That's kind of what I pick up. Seven of Wands energy is also here. So yeah, this is that warrior energy, right? This is that god of war, Aries, fire, flames, wands coming through, right? Seven of Wands energy. So some of you guys are really doing your thing in the month of October is what I feel. You're putting your energy out there. It's like you're some of you guys have become very skillful when it comes down to the Seven of Wands energy. Um, but a lot of times we read the Seven of Wands energy as a more defensive energy. For some reason though, for you Aries, I'm kind of picking this up as a more offensive energy where it's like proactive energy as opposed to reactive and responding to what's going on outside of you. You're more so being proactive. That so once again, it's that Six of Pentacle energy. You're creating the movement because it's like that law of cause and effect, right? For every cause there is an effect. Now, it's up to you to decide which side of that equation you're going to be on. Are you going to be the cause that creates the effect, or are you going to be the effect that the cause created? Right? It's like, so with this Seven of Wands energy, I feel like you guys are kind of in this space where you're creating the effect, right? It's like that's the other side of the spectrum. That's like when the pendulum kind of swings, because for so long I feel in your life in general, I would say, especially before people kind of get into spirituality and awaken and kind of have this whole paradigm shift, you kind of start off in this space in earlier phases where you think you are the victim or things are happening to you and everything is out of my control and why me and woe is me type of energy. And it takes us to really have some ego deaths to realize that um, not only have we been creating the things that kind of we experience in our world, but we also have the power to, you know, create different effects by putting out different causes, right? It's like it's something along those lines, Aries. I'm probably not putting it into perfect words, but this is where you are, Seven of Wands energy. You become very skillful at being proactive, and I feel a lot of Aries just do that naturally anyway. But this is another level to it. This is kind of like kung fu hustle type of energy, like yeah, martial artist. Somebody has been training. So you're putting out these signals, you're putting out this energy to the universe, to the people around you, to the environment, and it's causing an effect. And a lot of energy that's connected to this feels like it's like causing a domino effect. So as you touch, one thing, the other thing touch the other thing, and it's almost like what I'm feeling with the Seven of Wands energy, a domino effect. And once again, it's like that cause and effect energy. I'm really thinking about this Steve Jobs interview that he did like back in the early 90s. And I think they were kind of like talking to him more so about his philosophy and the way that he thinks and the way that he views the world. And pretty much this is what he was talking about, just putting it in different terms. He was like, at an early age, I figured out that the same people that created this world that we live in and these rules that we follow and create, these businesses and commerce and like these whole realms and industries and worlds within worlds, they're just like me. Like it was nothing special about these people. All they did was realize that if you do something, if you cause something to happen, it has an effect. It has a ripple effect. And so I'm really feeling this quantum energy that some of you Aries are dealing with, where what you're touching and what you're putting out there is having a ripple effect, into the quantum world, into this wave form or energy that you guys are becoming very in tune with. And this is going back to some of that consciousness that I feel like is really opening up to you with the Seven of Swords energy. You're becoming in tune with this wave. And it's like what I cause from this beginning point, right? Ripples and has the wave that goes out into the world. So what type of ripple are you creating is the question. Because you're on the other side of it now, Aries. You're not the person that's being affected by the ripple that somebody else caused, right? Um, it's like you're the one that's creating the cause. So yeah, that's really what I pick up for you guys, Aries. And I really think that's it. But we can pull some more cards. I'm going to pull some more for you with a Wild Unknown Tarot. We were using the Crystal Tarot in the beginning of the reading. So let's go deeper into this for you. Yeah, Seven of Cup energy. So for some of you guys, it's almost like you're definitely in this space where you're kind of like seeing behind the veil. It's like you're seeing beyond the illusion. The material world is starting to look a lot differently for you. And it doesn't have to do with the way that your eyes look at the material world, but it has more so to do with the way you calculate the data that comes in from the material world, right? The way that you consume the energy that's coming in your way. You look at it totally different with the Seven of Cup energy. So you guys are no longer falling prey to certain levels of illusion, or the illusionary world. It's like what I feel awakening is about is awakening up to the different layers of consciousness that in a lot of ways have been perverted, I feel, by certain people in our society who wanted to kind of like put the human evolution backwards or slow the evolution down. Um, so when we're awakening to these different layers of awakening and perception and being able to intake this data that comes in a different way, um, it's like you're this what is it? The mechanism that helps you to do that is the thing that continues to evolve in some sort of way. So for a lot of you guys, I'm definitely picking up that third eye, chakra that's really beginning to kind of like evolve and grow more and more. Some of you guys are having third eye activations in the month of October is what I feel. Um and it's just a real culmination. It's so much that's happening with you guys that has been a major work in progress, Aries, is what I feel. And I'm trying to pinpoint some of the areas that I feel like you're going to be able to notice in the month of October. That one is one of them, though. It's like your awareness of this material world is changing. It's like you're looking at it differently. You know, it's almost like what they say about this material world. It's like in the way that our eyes work, for example. It's like they say something to where the way that you are able to view an image is like the only way that you can view it is if the light shines and hits it at a certain way and bounces off, and then it reflects on your retina, and then you're able to take in that image. So there's so many different ways that light can hit an object, right? There's so many different ways that we can perceive this reality also. And I think everybody views the reality from a certain standpoint or point of view. That's why whenever we're talking about a person explaining, how they see things, we always look into, okay, well, what was their point of view? What was their vantage point? Why do they see this way, but I saw it this way? You can have two people that are in the same exact car and, riding down the same exact street and both looking out the same window, but they can see two different worlds. One person will see it one way and the other person will see it a different way. So there's something that's happening with you in that area, is what I feel, Aries. Is like something here is shifting. Your consciousness is shifting, and you're looking at things that you've always been looking at, but now they look different. Now maybe they have a more of a depth to it, you know. Um, maybe more of a meaning to some of the things that didn't mean anything to you in the past. Is kind of what I'm picking up, because you're seeing through some more of the illusion that our ego kind of causes to protect us mostly. But that's just the training wheels in some area of perception. The training wheels are falling off for you, Aries. So I really feel like that's my message to you guys. So I'm going to wrap it up right there, but not before we pull a fairy card for you guys. Let's see what the fairy card is about for Aries. That went pretty deep, Aries. I was not expecting to go to the depths with Aries. The star card came out for you guys, all right? And I think we have to end this pretty quickly because my phone is about to die. Yeah. It says, look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. The star, right? Illumination, hope, guidance, spiritual gifts, activations with the star energy, attractiveness, magneticism is all happening here. I always look at the star as like Super Mario World, when you went and you hit the box and the star jumped out, and then that was like your bonus. You can go as fast as you wanted and not get hit. The obstacles moved out of the way. Your guys are coming into that star energy. activate it, activate it, activate it. So use it, you know, in a smart way is what I feel here. All right, Aries. So I'm gonna wrap it up right there for you guys before I run out of batteries here. If that resonated with you, you can definitely let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new here. If you guys want to check me out for a personal reading, you can read the description below. It'll have all the details about that. I will see you guys towards the middle of October, which we are already there. So you're definitely going to get a mid-month Aries. All right, later.